Monsum, Mammy, Munsuma Moni, Muma, Munsubanchi, Mammy, no, I don't know. Mammy, praying, Yakwa, Mammy, watching, Sissa. I guess I'm a crab at your own, got no way. But me, Mammy, a message, I'm near Busia for ya, and Mamma Rafina was yourself. Now I pray. Kuponi mimanyina mfosina foswe niakosia bimfoma uyene sama yosama chenchen abegina kotia sude bia dasie migragramu ebiana wa umi biota arawo
ose areho enunti ninsamo kaye ebo eye ne maame ene abusuafo din ebo eye akosua se wedni ebo eye Faustina esusu edin obo eye Ernestina Bimpoma esusu edin nti na dien ene ne wish ni nyina ne se nyen ene betena ase ni ajaje no nti yemum yensua the normal be eba to the fore senanka abusua mienu mpo hyiam na yeje nsa na ehira wade so a obebusa kra say ye necessary say ye sign eko ye bruni so de no friend white wedding no ana. But before then Asante Mampong and Nasabri we Nana Hima and nananom atrankunya wo matimi adu obi akire Omaima. Ose Leslie and cancer or say bunsu. Leslie and cancer or say bunsu is a royal of Asante Mampong Butase royal family. He was born in March 14, 1974 in Kumasi. He lived his early life in Kumasi, where he started his education at City of Kumasi Preparatory School, where he had his common entrance, and proceeded to Prempeh College, where he studied for his ordinary level with distinction, proceeded with his advanced level in the same school. Leslie's commitment to leadership began as early as assistant school prefect at Prempeh College. He holds first class in Bachelor of Science honors geomatic engineering from Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Ghana, and later served as president of its Old Students Association KNUST chapter. He led alumni engagement initiatives, organized reunions, and championed career mentorship for students. These formative experiences laid the foundation for his inclusion, purpose-driven approach to team building and strategic planning. He holds Master of Science, Geoinformation Science and Earth Observation distinction from University of Twente, Faculty of Geoinformation Science and Earth Observation, ITC, Netherlands. He holds a second Master's in Science, Computational Science and Engineering, Department of Informatics, Technical University of Munich, Germany. He is a senior software architect and geospatial systems strategist with over 2 decades of experience leading complex software initiatives across Europe and Africa, with advanced degrees in computational science and geoinformation science, and a first-class BFc in geomatic engineering. He brings a rare blend of technical depth, strategic foresight, and operational leadership. Currently serving as product and service group manager of GAFAG in Germany. Leslie oversees multidisciplinary teams delivering IOC compliant software solutions for spatial analysis, agricultural decision support, and secure identity management. His leadership spans project governance, infrastructure modernization, cross-team coordination, driven alignment with evolving standards and regulatory frameworks, fluent in English, Twi, and German, and deeply rooted in Butasi royal family of Asante Mampong. Leslie brings cultural depth and global perspective to every challenge. He's a certified Scrum Master and product engineer, and a long-standing member of IEE, ACM, and IEA Computer Society. His career reflects a lifelong commitment to excellence, mentorship, meaningful impact, making him not just a builder of systems, but a builder of people and purpose. In the Prempeh College for no, and Omasa Tuasono, we know my friend Senior Casti. Wabedia Kunyan, Udru Mampon, also Nana Casti. Iti Mampon, and then Nanahima, Nanaja Kumadifie, or then Nanama Trankunya. Said the 2 4 share or mono, or Matimi Eddie Leslie and Cancer or Sebunsu, and na or Modinaba, at the Ababechere, a year Mampon 4. Mampon Fue! I just don't say Mampon 4 no, and then Omanya or Hina, or Modinaba, at the Babechere. It is Nana Casti, and na Omo Eddie Efreno. It the wait is over. And na Yasua Nana Casti, Ewo Asante Mampong, Achese Yedeno, Echere or Maima. Intino, Saint Oswald, Ekoyeno, Casti, and Abba. The Asante Mampong, Asama Edahonum, I don't know. Gusuneti neat 100.9 FM. Afeno, Yetimiashe. Anu Echireno, na Yasain Susu Ashe say. Nano and then non so nurse for 10 months na aketua mai na ba se wo se ya tempentengwa na ye bibi kakra bi the minister so bai ono mo be kan ana enipa ni bi eye de be ne a ekasaye na particularly ba akopɛ ana ono Okoni nchi ekodu ni station ema eye medical superintendent ebo ne query na query ni brand so otimi responde and minister for health and so ebe plead the mercy say yaman amnesty nanka omunya ne boko nipa ne bia sha ase say awo senka systems no eye adwuma na emum ne ba senka yekotwe na so a nanka bia minister na ba be ka bi na minister no edi kan ebesreye no na jesa akwa yese ya makwan ama systems no so anya adwuma yenhwe eno so ebamu a se de besi afa na yaye no eno so eda hɔ a ye bedwendwene ho igusuneti neat 100.9 FM. FM sini ubetimi so awas apoyen nsam na ye brobro so no ewo 0506000909 betimi awas apoyen on 0506000909 abandonment what you are saying subsisting what you are saying in the context of marriage abandonment what you are saying subsistent what you are saying desertion what you are saying because yam WhatsApp man ka see yam frɛ ene ma me koto phone no twene baabi no ntime srawo WhatsApp na ye ninkomo enye frɛ na abe frɛ intino abandonment what you are saying desertion what you are saying subsistent what you are saying ordinance what you are saying and eye customary no what you are saying inti WhatsApp on 05006000909 na yentimi nkenkan wo message but before then yani labor expert Yadom Boache entwetwe enkomo kakra benu aboache yem wa ha
mi ADAKABRI nejuzo
na ho te san
nyame adom na monzo
wani bi ani akwam zia de kese utum se ayed de papa good adwuma no
Yeah, future, any mortgage, me say.
Your future and your mortgage is say.
It is a say, and your yeah, goes where.
Yes, and your
Na,
house,
ebe ba no, omo a, say, omo ba mu meka politicians no, MPP ni NDC ni, afrafranto ni sa we nyina. Ebedu ho no, na omo to me fa plane. Eko ba bi foforo kotra ho. Na akaye wa ha. Na asase na ya kwaye amaye. Nye wa kwawe so. Na omo a eze ko mo boy ni handle ade no. Omo sorry, agotra Britain ni America ni ade. Say the politicians dey blow mo yire no abontin.
And no mama, no more you don't want.
Amoni aha, nti esi bibi enfrim na yebeye ne ye ya eno wan ehun soso azotwe ho eba ya ebeka yen no ebeka yen.
Ade bibe kan bia KKBK. Kakra be kan bia. Right. Ma yenin komo kakra. Say Ghana payroll system at the same and a bema obi atimi akoye adwuma na 10 months, 15 months, 18 months. Na ketria mai.
Akabe me da say. Na mi chia mo tiefo ni mo hwefo nyina soso. Asema wokan, ma reho sem papa. Isane say ofo obi say obama na adwuma na ekire say wonya fa no na wama no contract na appointment letter no na je say woni no wa apam ni say ono de na ho odin nim de ni nyansa ni bibia abeye abesomo e wa adwuma no na won so wama no bibia say ahoka bibia nso de ye adwuma o de ama no wa kire na adwuma wa boa no ma wetintim ni ndiem training wa boa no mo training papa na boso so a watia no ka nti e ba ne sen edo bia ba be adwuma ma ona boso me miensa enai enum atun kono oziminti anika e de enko antia anka pam na ole na ye ni de nka boso me no be ye adwuma no boso me na eze ka otia nika normally your payroll period. Most companies, very progressive companies, it be started from the 15th of each month. It is a uba juma beyond 15th there, and it be a wunya ketia. Now uba juma even 14th. That 14th now be juma no. One day now why you know. Osume as I say payroll foul no to our car. Enti mi mom de ne meka ne say say yadeda ye penny for no so adeda. Na se me ina me ye omampani ina ma appoint controller and accountant general ina bosumi aso mienu miensa nkron na matise workers aya fawo yintua omoka because of payroll and can you pay you with it me mount down one day because we are incompetent. I didn't make us the payroll structure no, should be flexible enough. Inka accountant general payroll na ete hono. Eza ye payroll la ebetumi ne Ministry of Agric akasa. Any fair wages akasa. Any Ghana publishing say you now from a year and say it mean in a kasa. Inti niese kiye ni say payroll no must allow us even say your file Peace FM and I need FM but as a controller the chiauka the need FM file pe na your mount appointment letter and this with that appointment letter no as I say to me do to payroll system so in the HR side your finance side your HR human resource it will training will leave will permission will be no HR side and I will pay as them allowances near the annual finance side. In the executive to me they will to win easily and what to. So now you export to that data no to controller and accountant general. It is the way export to the cover. Almost over setting up on the dummy platform not say won't mean Yahoo be won't mean to an account mean anyway. Just a BBC answer. It is the Nippon way medicals not or the back it can do controller with the press of a button, then Nippon are active. Or yeah active if you hold it meet Yanaka. I did in a simple system, yet me find yet. Now, it me for be 9 months near into Yanaka. And son, a year funnel. Ya give financial clearance. Now, financial clearance was what you pay. Not just ya provision for Nakatia, and any BBI funnel, Ejumaho. And I say, my financial clearance are Katiano, anyhow. And also, the minim, this will be very church. Na say man of Department of Financial Clearance and son a year far more dear. There should not be any excuse paid. But when you make no
you follow, but the person you want to say a year sir payroll delays I get you a camuino. And your first time yatibini. It was over the years, no payroll system, no at the same or mine, no yetimi fanipa say ye ni naket ye my.
In my experience, dear, me feel the payroll in Kenya bad because me agasa me de me ho be example. Be ejma wa ba em. First month me pay. Second month me pay. And I'm sorry call control and business. I didn't know 2 months me pay. Na me de me to me traho enka say me better 1 year and Yamika. Next month Yamika. Me see what that was in Yamika. The mini controller and the deputy. Your chance, and I'm a channel. A quiet as a fashion. Your chance here, the following month, me pay. It imagine me say the system is credible. The system can do it. But I think the individuals no more. And what to be on your problem?
Individuals and just over 20 years. Akoswa same individuals ran that home.
But the American is you know the one it's inform. Don't forget say one of the stations and say need FM no be better say and go for omotiwa uye adwuma say obehuna obetumi me yatua oka na onoso agibi ho asem ba mo mukeka ya. I believe that there's a business arrangement via Ibinum Edidim. Na business arrangement here omudidimi. Na penfoya omo no mo fadi pay. Omo kan fi. Sa na beba. Na ye obi adi wasade we ho a. Obi omo makani na they will set up. Oh, sometimes the name of the agro because I think it's a crime to hire someone and not pay him or her for 9 months. And yes, papa. If you omo funny pano, they should start acting. Now omo fiema adwuma nkoso no. Yes, that is you omo. Near for omo between adwuma na be so. So we know ho na nipa no be adwuma no. Or adwuma na pepepa. Minua asem na no. The solution has been found. It won't happen again.
In the instance I check. Na ehia ma say ye pickety in the picketing no ye wo acceptable language ana.
Oh there be picketing there acceptable language we are in. The moment you allow a group of employees to picket, you be a BCB and you have to take it as part of the process.
Even where there's apparent disrespect, Kurana, take it as it is.
Yeah, because so when you pick it on one person, and you say, oh, a mob action, a group action. If you pick it on one person, that's a workers group, say a union, no, say association, or somewhere stronger, they will create a lot of problems for you. This is a union weak. The weak union there, and you can intimidate his member and go away scot-free. But a very strong union, now isolating one person, so what you will be doing the demonstration, or punishing, or overfasting. But union is weak there, and there's so many union there, you can treat them anyhow. But and yet good practice to isolate one person in that circumstance and say that you will punish that person because he or she made this statement.
In the recent time, a group of nurses, 10 months, yentria omoka, na yentria omoka no, and ekowie say, omo apekete at the presence of the Ministry of Health. Minister Neba Bonte no mo bekasai. And particularly, there were 2 nurses. One may be a graduate nurse, and about also as a staff nurse. Na graduate nurse, no, in tears, and utimi describe the responsibilities. Say, okwa hospital environment wa, and or describe the location, or tier. And the location of the health facility or Juma, and gave an account of how much she spends per day at the Juma. It is a what share how much she spends per day at the Juma. Now what share the responsibilities to where Juma or catch the yang na or are they upset baby or dakrano the rent asa against the background of Sabin. Also, people were like, oh, asamni. Group of persons, EGG Sika, Ede Emano. Then there is another nurse, staff nurse. She also repeated a year apparent disrespect to her by the system. So, wakoye national service. Na ketria ama ekom ne kumu. And say ne wadi abegina ha eto aso kra se na national service sika no so obi gidi ya e de na swear words and okeka e de describe nipa wo gidi ye no de beba no so and woto aso e kire se hwe se ye ni abri ye ba ye minister e ba ye minister de e se de bre osua drama e wo school na oba ye odanda ni ti drama no ani drama na wone akrobeto ene le win ebetimi aye collaboration ama masterpiece pa ne be pie mu diaba ana ode kan asem aja won ma wie minister so ba ye no she spoke impeccable language and no be kire se na mo ye 13,500 and yabo modene na yantimi antua mo kansa na banfa dada na eko abandada ne fa mo no so anya financial clearance as a financial clearance no expire went me am fa mo manhye adwuma se na ye fa mo no yabo modene atua mu be 7,000 mo sa ka marketua na mo be 6,500 aka no yegusu working round the clock tie bepe musika de amamu notwithstanding minister comment and aja drama kings and semi bemu afedie yankoti by a letter dated October 10 at the Ghana Health Service District Hospital in King Kensu Ewonkran mami King Kanchira we na maskipu eye ewrani din any nurse manager na the man no the nursing department the query letter ni obo ewrani din obo an employee number and also this office has observed that you have been captured in videos circulating in social media using unprintable, quite unfortunately, yebesa arezi yadom abaline so. And it was this office has observed that you have been captured in videos circulating in social media using unprintable, inappropriate, and scandalous words on the Honorable Minister of Health. Following the circulation of these videos, these audios, this office has since received several calls from well-meaning Ghanaians registering their misgivings and reservations about the content of the videos. We also have information that these videos are discussed on various social media platforms with people making all manner of disparaging comments about the service. Please find attached a copy of the videos and a reference for your review, perusal, and necessary action. Based on the above, can you explain why disciplinary action should not be instituted against you for 1. Use of unacceptable and inappropriate words resulting in a rude behavior towards the Honorable Minister for Health, contrary to Section 8(1)(c) of the Code of Conduct and Disciplinary Procedures. 2. Use of abusive on the Honorable Minister of Health, contrary to Section 1(1)(i) of the Code of Conduct and Disciplinary Procedure. 3. Tarnishing the corporate image of the service and bringing the name of service into disrepute, contrary to Section 4(1)(d) of the Code of Conduct and Disciplinary Procedures. You are required to submit your response to the query to this office by October 24, 2025. And a medical superintendent, no, a Dr. Mensa or sign Edemano. Enti Ebesai Yadom and say Lano enye stable. The way and I busa labor expert no say sa query we eba ni say ya sign ye handle no. Yebesai nya Yadom boache na ye no aka ho asem. Usineti enit 100.9 FM. Enti WhatsApp no so abidru yankenkan WhatsApp no so kakra. I say abandonment is not giving consent to a person or a thing in the context in which you are relating to them. Benjamin, listening from Dubai on TuneIn Radio, and or Dubai. And Richard Amasamai. Hey, Richard. Ting. I say, please tell Reverend in Tim Ford he always irritates us with his lies. And MPP recruited about 95% MPP over age into the security services. I grew up in Kotobabi. The immediate past MPP Minister of Interior recruited a lot of known Kotobabi MPP food soldiers without qualification. And I say this code goes to the hard-working Minister of Health, Honorable Minta Kando. I say not everyone will understand your kindness, and not everyone deserves it. Honorable Kando, you should allow the Ghana Health Service in King Kensu Asante to discipline the uncultured, disrespectful, political nurse. This nurse called you a drama king, concert man. This nurse asked you to join Ejako and Leowin to do comedy. ADAKABRI, you told the whole world that some medical doctors raised initial 30,000 cedis for the nurse. 3,300 for the nurse. It should be 3,300, not 30,000. I wonder what should happen to these political medical doctors. Henna or they ever. Na I say ADAKABRI. Right. Yadom asese yansa aka obi o.
Yes, sir.
Right. Enti query ena every mudiaba ama nurse no a or no dear or describe a health minister and say or a drama king no a concert man na yemaninya collaboration with Lewin any ejako no query Eddie Bamano making references to particular sections of the code of conduct for the profession. Is it out of place?
Yeah, I will say it's unnecessary. Unnecessary because but when signing letter no.
A medical superintendent of the health facility na Rano adwuma no.
Rano ye adwuma no. Wo wakola na oye adwuma na ye ntua ne ka no. Eno de ehia na emom ebi a wa disparaging comments bi a eno na ogwa akotwe na so. Na nemi bisa ne se omo initiate picketing na gaza ede na de be ye
So woman initiate picketing no omo nya adwuma won the facility or
I won't use the facility. Oh, okay, Matthias. But the fact of the matter is that the lady didn't act on her own. She acted as part of a group action. Intermediate, me feel saying na ehun here. Say ko be initiated sa we no kra no. Ebi ana o de pe nimu baby. Pema minister na gaza go do boy adwuma pa. But I think he overstepped his bounds. In the labor
may uncle feather. No, sir. Say, or recount the Rano Kaye in an audio, in a video. And the madness no catch and say, within 14 working days, unresponded to the query. Would you still say it is out of place?
Sir, I don't know, query Nankasano. Query Nankasano, me feel the query is out of place. Imagine no. Because we feel that in an action like that, you don't single out certain people for punitive actions. Because there also punished there. Then he should have escalated the matter to the Ghana Health Service.
Yadom.
Yes, sir.
Yadom.
Yes, sir.
Nipa no wa call to baby. Or say Adiana Wayeno. And running contrary to Section 8, 1C of the Code of Conduct. Or say Adiana Wayeno. Or say a running contrary to Section 8.1I of the Code of Conduct. Or say Adiana Wayeno. A running contrary to Section 4.1D of the Code of Conduct. Response yaudi by and then I want Chron Franco Mano. Say me act in the context of a group of persons rather than to say and an unnecessary cry say obe raise query no. Every time I be raise query no, is it the case say obi differ na obi ayebone?
Not necessarily. But one is that in international relations you will be a friend of precedent. Huh? You try not to set a wrong precedent. So Oma Sadia we ekon anymore. Ochina ebibesi bio, ochina chi ebibesi bio. Eti minim ni papa or advice no. Anzana always query no. Na se me na me ye me labor personal obebisa me say ade we yenya ne sen ya mega say jai ni ehwe ni ebesi. Forget about it. Menko ho kra. Because it raises other issues that one way I would me no. Oh yes.
Say,
and yet,
in the course of all agitating,
Mamma example.
Minty.
Mrana me ya branch na me jina suna me ye HR manager no. Ye strike be 14 days. And you might be crazy. But your call, and I me so let me examine now no me confirm video. It be taking shots, very good video shots of certain activities. Any your call, I'm afraid you call kind. And can you call settle as them no? Your call, and I'm my commitment to say. It's an say ade na fa pay ho na workers ni nyina nti no ma yen ko punish obi a yen ya asem tum na yen sisi asem no yen mom salary adjustment no mo hwehwe no na yen nyina yen ko yen na we na ma no ko pay masem na me ko kan say ho me ko de me video shots for who e ho na me penny for frame me o dem say me video no mo hwehwe na me say na what the video no ye den o jump zo mu hu role a obi a play na me say that so long as I ya tum say yen punish obi a for we need I won't give you the video because who they call crowd me vanya we and na one way ya now the call for obi hu time it me fam o mo ne me preso ma fam o eso bi aso ntimi anya me fie but say a normal work situation and ye bisa me ade na me say me fam o mo a nge betimi atwe aso but it's sun say a demonstration now I lead into a strike action 14 days young go argument a abnormal situation enti penifo pa metimi abubo mu din say I just omo come nimpa o matimi anya me hwe and I medite hey so
and now they tell you but yen to your boss in because who you so where to be president the BB a be naka ho
yeah
are you suggesting say if you 13,000 ya famo yuma emu 7,000 processes na koso am yetu omoka emu 6,500 temams ni omaka tuane mai minister no address him wa address him no dodo no akasai mienu bi na particular ye capture ye ba kwa oma oman ma hunu the pain amani hunu okom but one pick on the person of the minister ba ko so choose so oba pick on the person of the minister
occupational hazard on fanisa
yadom
occupational hazard
yadom wo kire yade o
me kire wade pa occupational hazard labor for labor relations expert masa yeah but no na odi be adwuma wo na wo ko hodo wo ne workers na ka kasa no wo bisa wo ho say what am I going to achieve by meeting this group of workers?
And your minister na take action etia ewra no.
David.
Move free different health facilities na maba.
Yes.
And na wo di na wo ye no. Wo no health facility no. Query wo say be chire wo mu die nti a ense say ye twen waso. And you are saying say ense can help some facility no kura busa na bibi na your occupational hazard wa keka bi.
And this is Bibia because me question from me business say wo busu bia wo je wa ketua. Now obana ono for 10 months and 9 months on je ketua. No kura nyo omobo. No nyo omobo. You should be sympathetic rather to that lady than to the minister. Say me 24. Me 24 kind of revenue be something we mean the day because jam. Because
Jamaninka.
Because that's the CDBA way.
And teacher said, Wakika be a minister na Jamaninka.
On Jamaninka. Minister no crime may sure say he won't take this as serious as
and only the next step a year, but so be kai say a year Obama by or see your systems and year Juma Ghana.
No crepa.
It's a raise query at the facility level at the Americano. Date in young so class will be responding to the query or not. And the minister no I issue statement through the PRO. So
okay.
Omun temper justice with mercy. Now omun emanim pass amnesty around yenya na me enka hwe enkyere no. And people are accusing the minister so say, why do you interfere? Why don't you allow them to do their work?
The minister is at this stage, acting like a labor person. And Jimmy, I have no problem with that. I think the minister acted correctly. because me sure say and yeah a radio and quantity be what it. If you know what the other ones are even worse than a radio. It did not way over punish you. Media me feel say the minister not taking will take his bold action there. I will support him. Now, it be a language you use and Tampa justice would mention near the end. I don't accept those offend. I don't think that is what it is. What it is that it's a mob action. Whatever happened, we should forget about that and move on. Maybe position will be that.
It is a mob action. Munina makoye bibi. Ana munina makofie. Na wo facility no say where the one tie na be catch the inti and say atwe waso a. Wo say the facility no so fan so mob action yenya ne saa.
Say adene say you see bibi ankoka papa nya chede. So far no na wuti anka. Oba be kan say asem we nyina. Wo as an employer no you have responsibility. As I say, we respect and abide by. Why? What the one yet? Now, me call na me go be manu. I would say me church. I dey go to me can ask me. Normally, say minim, but if you study the sociological aspect of mob groups and the way they behave, most of the things that happen is on the spur of the moment. Ni parukura bi on gene ho enya dia say one mean say na me person me. But in that frenzy, of mind, certain things could come up. Sometimes the one here, one managing here, you could also have problems. In managing it, it's a penny dia matimante until you let it go. In views of what we allow
it is a explanation ya de man ya. Let's just say it wouldn't be out of place to say a rano staff nurse also to me koko jina forecourt of the hospital what can be the medical superintendent no
Debbie
some medical superintendent don't do that
because
minister no one can be in general now the medical superintendent the first and foremost or no working up to him one no shame you into car one the monkey can be in general.
Be say emra on tua ne ka for 8 months na say ru an kwa adwuma okwa so nkoko ka bibia nkire no. But when the opportunity came up say yen nyina yenhia na yekoka yakatia no wasem ne de a lot of things that happened there cannot be used against the individuals. I'll stick to this at any time.
Or cry out for the pay. You have told us say employer no ntua ne ka no technical employer no to Ghana Health Service na employ no enye minister of health na employ no
that's right.
Minister of health no so enye agency a otua sika o ministry of finance and they use warrant ama attend auditor comptroller and accountant general etiato nenso so yakwa animu edodo no aba be kasa particular person be aka bibi to the person of the minister as a labor expert your confidence mu what me justify say yes occupational hazard wa keka bi actually no then we are asking you say the immediate boss no no and akwa issue query no medical superintendent no can we suggest say osura no pa bia won konko twa na dapa until say na ketua everybody I was there bi adentra
unacceptable. Say as any day when say as an individual. Unkwa sorry. Now uko ye bibi etia adwuma mra de a any wa ebetwe so. Eti ude bisa ho say adenti so in the 9 months na yentua ne ka no. So sa depart ba ko no. One sorry anko minister no. The minister baba jimisika. Only that to me no. But when her rights is closed in a group like the union or association, then there are things you can do and go away with it without being punished.
Okay, me share or no aso person eh. And do we know what is going through her mind? in the midst of a group no wakeka de opebia de actually minister or drama king you say oko university ko kusua drama obetimi I say or drama or concert man or you say wakeka wie oko fie no can we reasonably expect in whom be on the spot na
Oh, I think say yes, but minim how long it's been on. But ne what it's in the no say a be a I'll write a personal letter to the minister to tell him say I meant no harm. Na same way in the influencing my way. I'm not attacking your personality. Also be binia also fache. They are quite him.
Na minister wakaso no o bibi abeka wo srede se wonfanche. The minister de wa me ate ase se otimi foko no. Otimi keka de opechire na minister eja akana no atom oni hweka.
Ma minister they should temper justice with mercy. It's tampering justice with mercy no na me gina so. Says no what kind of sadia because me they come in cancer. What kind of sadia?
Minister no is directing the statement. The minister is directing the statement to the Ghana Health Service, not to the lady.
Ghana Health Service. Oh yeah, what's your minister? I know I copy Ghana Health Service. And I boss no.
No, what can catch that we the affair? I don't know who better the minister in a letter.
Oh, say in America say in a mob action, no things happen. But you come back to your normal self. You come back to your normal. If you hear it now, you say, hey, what's somehow catch the minister there? What can you grow? Now, we say, oh, sir, okay. And then my minister and Kasa. No, I draw minister in a personal letter. No, here for you. But the fact, I know doesn't take her right to pick it from her.
Yeah, I'm confused. Obian question the right to picketing. No, ya need me from so. At times, ya need gloss over it. Nipa bebreka and the Yentiana can Yentianka. Obianka wouldn't you write? See in Tria car, wanon casa. But then, acceptable level of language bang, and yet they can't ask him.
I don't use to. Oh, ADAKABRI, I don't know the number of times I wish here workers. There's simply be how I catch the wire. Well, the professional, what do you think about podium? But at the end of the day, so what's now reflected based on what you achieve out of a relationship. That is where you get your satisfaction.
The year can
what you achieve.
Yeah, demonstrate here. If a language home, yeah, demonstrate here. If a nyom to home. Kumas mercy my a radi kumas mercy my. Kumas mercy my a radi kumas mercy my. Was a woman ye? Was a woman ye? Was a woman ye? Kumas mercy my. What has language got to do with picketing? What has songs got to do with picketing?
Say, I don't know, engender the energy. Now, I'm the because say we ko picket now I go to the to say mum dia. Ubeden when ya near every picketing goes with some noise, and the noise goes with a whole lot of things like this lady said. If you go over Java, asma over Kano, a very resolvable matter, no, a very resolvable issue, no. But when you do, asma be cultural. Well, we are real crabby asma wokoka.
As ye can yes, sir. Comments here, yeah, they can't say me, were uttered after the minister has spoken, and the minister stands before you and says, and I'm 13,500, yet 7,000 ka 6,500, no. We are working round the clock. Yeni finance minister ne kotenase. Sune. Yemfa timeline to home. And so you be working round the clock say, Monsabeke sikanentem. After the minister has said this, they said the minister ne chiachi and a concert the me chiachi me coin. And sana or utter those words to a minister no. To be can say, dear minister ne kan yeko omote there.
Oh, Tidio Metina, so be is something else.
Mamin can come message him rewe. Eba sa no. Ena eja mema bia adwamanfo mema yes, ba kono de no ho ofedodo na a touch of dada B. Enti de ene ebetua rent amano ene ebeyesi amano na munya mu ya dwamanfo awura no ho fefe kakra ro ntina on contact ye onye say but then this is a hard working doctor, medical doctor Evans Miriku, and na ono so initiative say awura no wano so waka on so beji jiska kakra de ama awura no enti eno so aja oni adresse kabo mu at the time last time I check here no anya 3,300 so the awura no na ebi so ye first hairdresser for ebi so say nitri na chene dodo omo so ebe ye niti na ma no ebi so say ne glasses no na too plain dodo omo be pe ye first say and just yajiji the manual. And today Dr. Evans Miriku has come back and has posted this. Let me read it to you and let's hear the psyche of Dr. Evans Miriku. I say, I didn't want to post about it, but I had to. How can a young nurse cry out for help after not being paid for 10 months and no one in authority seems to hear her pain? Yet the moment a 1 to 2 minute video of her expressing frustration surfaces, they suddenly find their voice and rush to issue a letter of misconduct, which, and I quote, requests for information and some questions, unquote, about her issue on board. The query wasn't even served to her directly, but through social media. Imagine waking up to see this as a nurse who's been working for months without salary, and also after being trolled on social media for expressing your woes. Her mental health is at stake, but we will pray for her always. Where was this same energy when she was struggling to survive without her salary? When she was faithfully serving patients despite being unpaid? It's heartbreaking that instead of addressing her legitimate grievance, the system chose to silence her pain. A nurse who has dedicated her life to care deserves compassion, not condemnation. I truly wish all her fellow nurses will rally behind her in this hard time, because when one of you speaks up against injustice, it is cry for everyone still suffering in silence. We must do better, not just to protect reputations, but to protect the real people behind these uniforms who sacrifice daily for the health of others. All is well. Well done, Ghana. We really practice freedom of speech indeed. And I'm shaking my head. What do you make of Dr. Evans Miriku's speech?
I think I'm summarizing it. So, my dream is a yaketia and a sassy by and a omokoko a complicated and a rare crab. We shouldn't take it too serious. We should look at how we can resolve their problem for them, so that Ochina Susuno will be complicated and can be NTR of an idiom and Kofasa Mumba. Say, ye jitum, say, ye 7,000 there. Now, 6,000, I didn't know Achesa. Because then you are nearby. In the Ethiopian Mobidia, the following month, as a Kenosuba. In the Yamba energy, no Koshaho. Na yem komodi na nti omuka na dem enkotre ni atire
ne tu enkotre di atire eti ye kan nurse fo nko a na akatua timi kam a ema
teacher for so enya mo nko a aban workers ni de ye fa wo na wan tintima mazo an we assessment plan ni ntu awka o because of the inefficiencies in the controller and accountant general
it not just a health minister na ye inefficient. A controller hona inefficiencies in the war.
Hona inefficiencies in the war. And I just said, then you can, health minister, Untiaka. Only that's why also I say a whole ministry, Untiaka. At the country of the Chanema and say media, if you say him, never be as you did to know. You did to. Now, that's what he be the woman. Thank you, Biaso. Now, my public servants, homeless civil servants, young Kim must see. They be a Nomo and one no more.
Enti a raiba social media, say Facebook or say TikTok or say why. Now in a single sentence, I am sorry, Minister for the Health, or Trust Adeba. And non kwakeke, I am sorry. Can that undo some of the stress on her, Anna?
It depends whether she's a social media person because I'm sorry, never to her. Reactions na ebebano and ebemo who say yeah what to hono papa na enye papa. But me mom dey say na me kan on kaneno. Nka me person go be throw a personal letter to the minister because of the Ferrari na SEO ade na chi nyina no.
It is a war
for some healing.
Our busua bi dem ne maame ne papa bi a okofia ne maame ne papa betimi aka chen say munyina na mokokọ ye na e de wudi e de abro so dodo ehun asem ka o betimi aka sa kire no.
Oh, it depends on the type of parents or what. Who's the parents it be in some kind of strong. So our parents are almost press before about the but just you are they will tell her that. But the Ogonia almost about the Bibian form of the Obaka say mammy, waka. Now Bosumi do me okay. We better what did it. It depends on the type of parents.
Waka. Na nna de ko finally ya don boache. Papa John Kofo penso. E na ne ye bridge bi e wo nungu prampram ho. E na Papa John Kofo e call ho no inspection. And the then MP, the late E.T. Mensah, was shit. Odi Papa Kofo achi ni etwa the picture. And etwa a picture no. And what's a chronicle na? What you say? And he was sheepishly following President Kofo. It is sheepishly no. And a cartoonist Akosua, our daily guide. And Akosua so ekwakoye cartoona odwan watetena fono ho said na E.T. Mensah, the late E.T. Mensah atetena fono no. Ama E.T. Mensah call court. Awa asem we say ho. Say wono na ye sheep no. Na journalist ba kwa no share kire ma sa line na ne ba ye following a year Kofo sheepishly no. Anya public but no ma bi koso na braba mu a Mimi to say no me the futuo pa say oh ye comment against the person of somebody publicly. Now why you careful kakra. It will be the same Mimi say no. Sa asem na me kai and sa journalist no asem to no yentimi ma bonte me ka say sa de no a ye tworo fa E.T. Mensah ho no e na ama asem say ato no no a e ho na ma me madwene am say ababa wa mi ninu anka me ka che no say tworo bibi be ka che minister say me sorry about it. Because obi nim de kokuamu no ebetimi akoso. What you know what I'm saying?
Me know ya Jane na ni dikai ni use word Joe make say generally in a way make say generally nenso no to use the word sheepishly against a particular individual no me feel say enya sem papa as I said because a publication away and you have ethics governing what you are doing. Into your language must be very tempered. You have to consider that you are going to hurt the feelings of other people, especially when it's a reportage. And yet, application, and demonstration is a reportage. Into maybe I feel anything a banner. Na se yaba se wa onokwa koye we kura na ozuzo cartoon what you got with diagro when you know say you are going to actually hate a particular individual is that okay as me go pay court say court no am the court no bua me nim say mo bua na there but in a political environment we me say no the language is not very important to a lot of people. Indeed, what in your mocha is there and you might 2 years say, you'll be who will be that and can be a short behind the power. So, but the politician in the politicians are more text skin into Okakra or Munti, or the way you cry, Okakra, not me more. So,
you, Eddie, young fancy, but now.
Yo.
Yedo asepa yado.
Eso me da masive
Enti yado nene no atwetwe nkomo. Efa Ghana Health Service and King Council Medical Superintendent. Na otro through the nurse head no say on fa query emfa nkoma ewra nurse omo bankran say o market ya kemu na dodo no akasai but ono mic ne capture no say o ka say minister no ye drama king or your concert na yem pay in a collaboration with Lewin ne Ejako na query no and before she's even due to respond to the query no ministry no to issue a public notice say omo entwa bibia so na yen temper with rano say mo bia nkonko ka bibia nche no ehun komo ne yedie na ose wofa the nurse whose head is on the chopping board is very unnecessary because this very nurse acted in the context of protesting or fighting for her right. Unfortunately, she was the one caught on the microphone. Besides her description of the minister's appearance, she displays every high moral standard when she alluded that if by the system starving them is going to push her to resort to prostitution to survive, it is not going to happen. One, on the other hand, if anything of that nature happens to some of her colleagues who fall to the temptation and she's accused of prostitution, then God will punish that person. That makes her more morally upright, but that is not being considered. Why do our leaders take us for granted? Alex Bonsu, Anna Odiwe, Ebaye. Na yankin kan kakra so Viluma on Facebook Live. Or say our politicians have made us understand that they only take action when there's demonstrations and insults. Teacher constitution, we are mwase. Also, it seems like we are in a classroom where JDM is the teacher, and all opinion leaders are quiet, fearing their names might be written on the board as talkatives. And Lord Newman, Wafa, isn't it interesting how the Ghana Health Service is able to recognize, and I quote, disparaging comments, unquote, from their staff simply because a minister is involved? Are they aware of some of the unprintable words some of these same nurses use on their clients' patients on daily basis? Shaking my head. Pam Safu, I don't believe this man. The query is about her conduct under the picketing, not the picketing. Joe Appiah, I do not accept the letter from the medical superintendent against the nurse. I believe he's been pressured to do that to punish her, which is totally wrong on his part. This medical superintendent didn't see the need to get the nurses to be paid for the past 9 months. He seems to be incompetent in his job as a medical superintendent. He should put his effort into getting the nurse paid. That is what competent leaders do. Richard Donko, ADAKABRI, it's very sad for this man speaking like this. How do we present this in future? So this man, with his logic, his own children can insult him when he failed to pay their fees? Right. Yemra, what's up so on 050-600-0909. Was say Eric. On my way at Yatimui, Abai Edum Asaminina de already. Hey, just wait. A mystic inside and Swama Dwajiri. Was a good afternoon to you, Father ADAKABRI. I can hear some elephant voice in the voice of the labor consultant. I humbly suggest to the government that any chief that will allow this land to be used for galamsey, the lands might be confiscated by the government. And or they buy. Then, was it ADAKABRI? Abandonment means the act of leaving or giving up something or someone completely. Desertion means the act of leaving someone, a duty, or post without permission, especially when you are supposed to stay. Michael Asalaja, Anna, or they buy. The interview never bro, Papa, at the appointed time. The interview never, at the appointed time, the interview never. But if not say, Richard Suma, what Nasi? Anna Benjamin Benjamin Asari of the New Patriotic Party, Mr. Afo, John Afo of the National Democratic Congress, and so Atanase. Na Mr. Afo, yamu Atanase. When he be any yakwen. Na Richie Suma of the Movement for Change.
Yes, sir. Father Kabri.
Is here with Hodu or in the certificate I am family no.
Oh, certificate ni there. I hear me say Sanka. I think I have some snippet of information. Just say Nyame Ado maybe a Thursday. The chances are that they'll officially launch it and put the vision and mission of the party out there for Ghanaians not being see the party. Oh, said yeah. I'm not too sure, but like I said, snippet information. I'm a fan. Say, easy ajemu. Yeah, true and yeah, true. That I can't tell. I can't tell.
And person didn't come me body.
Oh, I didn't the extra. Me fan to answer extra. You confidently sure say certificate no yen sank. As of now, I can't really confirm that. But who be the bra who they be who share there. If you are saying say about there and there about sembai there, you will be aware.
The 2-letter party name and another 3-letter party name. It remains to be seen. Richard, 2-letter party name and another 3-letter party name.
So now they make me say a 2-letter party name.
Hey. Mate. Right. Into what are your comments? Nurses picketing for delays in payment. In fact, teacher for class picket. As also teacher for the SOB and can nurse for the Aqua say lead person. I want to be a man nurse then now popular. And then there was such a can be the health minister. No, Oko could do a year in the station so I want to query through a nursing head. Before say October 24, Bebamena respond there no. Health ministry no Tony Goodman. Omkraso yentwa biaso enti medical superintendent muntwaso eno nkomo na yegusu a yedidie when it comes to picketing, what has picketing got to do with language? What has picketing got to do with songs? Kumas mercy my radi kumas mercy my kumas mercy my radi kumas mercy my was a woman, Eradi Kumasmesi, my and you must what has that got to do with picketing? Richard, me and you
offer like I realize say you are in your element. And in your element, Udi Yum to Nina Aka Ejumano, it's all part of it. I appreciate that. The opportunity I want Mammy, the Maminchia, Alankojo Chiremante, Namachia. The entire leadership of the movement for change. He said the Amidi Kanka, you know. Dika Kasha Ghana following you said a cove frobi eba and a kona eba no. Yes, empires do fall, and yen to me Kasa Ghana no NDC MPP in quantity a cove frobi eba a kono percent and position who as a party of choice. A party people who want to associate themselves with because you be representing the true aspirations of the people of this country. Ekonu ye the tujua we are ye best stress. Se Ghana ni bia we share a new political party or a formidable political party. And I bia ofo say we need an alternative to this duopoly. Now pesodi who can dia in the semester say bra na be journey here na to me the forming that party that will save this country and take us to the promised land. Of ADAKABRI. This issue of nurse same way no ubisa main kwan as Richie the mefan say we are trying to make a storm out of a teacup with this issue. This is a very irrelevant subject matter because this country we have plethora of issues that are confronting us every day, and we have really hardcore issues about bread and butter. And if people go for demonstration and they even call the minister a drama king or whatever she ascribe to the minister, no, it is no news because certainly there were a lot of ministers or my way past and present. They are drama kings. Drama or muye. They lost focus of their core mandate and they are doing unnecessary things. And the core mandate given to them is to make sure that we address hardcore difficult issues. And now yet Chrome with her, and you see ministers doing unnecessary things over who should be paying less, who should be paying more, over data, over this, over that. These are all trivials. Because a lot of communities for Ghana, they don't have internet connectivity. A lot of communities that are Chrome, they don't have telecom communication opportunity. Every day we are fighting over DSTV, we are fighting over MTN data adjustment in the kick. So a lot of drama kings are in the system, but no, they ain't found to change. As far as I am concerned, when people get to a stage, you see, what we call elastic limit. Idea bia o wiase bia no what the friend no broni friend or porto kasa mu say elastic limit. That dear crampo na u bending no do stage bia e bedum pempen so bi no betimi ade ebu. So when you have that infantry so betimi employ nurses and you can keep them for 10 months, 11 months without paying them, paying some and leaving some because you need financial clearance. And a minister of finance and proving here, and I say. At the same time, you are expecting delivery from the people. When you get to a stage, they will crack. And when they crack, they can say all manner of things they want to say, and we must allow them to say it. Yet, when politicians are insulting everybody left, right, front, center, who has been able to query any of them? And yet, Nancy and I say, they are insulting people too much, and to so at the end of the day, we shouldn't create the impression Obano why be extraordinary that hasn't been done before, hasn't been heard of before. Even if she has gone ahead to insult the minister, still she hasn't done anything wrong. Because we have created that culture of insult. So we insult the president, we insult the vice president, we insult people of substance in society. So if the girl who is frustrated and out of frustration, depression abemu, now depression bemu, now omu cause strike and now omu demonstrate, now okoho, now okoka nasem, kwambia obeka no biano, ejuma na bibia oye ejuma biano, they have no locus, they have no, they don't have that moral ground. Say man query, man query for what? Because at the end of the day, it is your responsibility. Mo amu mani panu query no. Eye mu ma said yes sir. Mu making sure say he who works must be paid of ADAKABRI. He who works must be paid, not for a month, not for 2 months delay. That's why countries be more every 2 weeks they pay you, because the quicker you get your salary, the better it is for you to deliver and deliver well, because a person who is well satisfied has a comfortable position, has a clean mind, or to me deliver ye. Until omu issue query numa obano, omu ankasano, how long have they been able to make an advocacy? Say microphone mu yeju omu yeju mama enu, yenyan tiyo muka for 6 months nye, yenyan tiyo muka for 3 months nye. So government branabe tiyo muka because the people they are going through hell. And for ADAKABRI, Ghana na ye wonu abusuan bia enya abusuan bia na obi wo mu a owo sika o. Abusuan bi mu ho a obu besuan de sa be dani nurse no, they go through a lot of struggle because some of the families no, they are in poverty. Because this country na wonu omu below the poverty line no, they are more than 60% of the population. So 60% of the 33 million Ghanaians no, they are living in poverty. And it's obi asuan de atimia be dani nurse. The point is that if you know you cannot pay them when they get the opportunity to be employed, why are you paying them when they are in school? Omuwo school, they omu dey know your politics. Omuwo school, mu dey know your politics. Say we need to pay teachers training and nurses training allowance, but we are not ready to do politics when it comes to their actual salary and their actual posting. Nurses bimu Ghana has itself for ADAKABRI 2 years near Omuwe nurses training college. They have not been posted. What kind of people are we? And you know, your stress and mediocrity ni sa little minders no pin brains na you use your mind way. You dey be more share positions, and the position you more occupy no, it is about their selfish interest there. We cannot govern the country like that. And your best stress so omunjai obano. Omunjai no. The all kind biano, it is out of depression and frustration. So my question to the people who are issuing her the query for her to respond, they shouldn't have even attempted it at all. And to member Minister Abasu, member the Minister of Health Abasu, say I agree with the minister in 120% that this issue should be thrown to the dustbin. Asembe Nunu, I like him because that is a mark of a good leader. A good leader is the one who accepts all manner of insult. Because oh you're a leader now, you cannot countenance insult there. Then you are not a leader. So medanasi say asenwenu watu dia tu baby and to be a raise asenwe bianu yen can share no say you see and two dia ubefu say o dia obanu koka any dia waka no ye etu pa na se wusu ti ho na 9 months uni aketua bia NG obi ani ho so obe mouth one city say fako juma na bra. Now sometimes you may even have to work and now borrow money and do all these things and obe ku ejuma usu etu dia ube hu dia etie enti emre ni wanti dia me dia meka no say ye bomb minister Abasu say what throw issue way to the dustbin and then at the end of the day no we should stop blaming the girl, pay them their salaries and let them do their work. Master Manunu
Richie Suma, it was say Benjamin Isari of the New Patriotic Party minti we.
Yo offer medase. Fa benchia osronko na benchia ahwefo ne atiefo a omo ehwe yen na omo tie ewie yi. Benchia me constituents MPP for wo ho nyina, especially polling station executive, electoral area coordinators, constituency executive. Omo kan bia ewo mu nyina me chia obi a na ma chia me ankasa me MP Honorable Gloria Owusu me chia no so former municipal chief executive Honorable Simon Sechin ono so me chia no KD first vice constituency first vice ono so me chia no ofa asem we there I think that the last time I ba ha na ye be kan ho asem na enim se etwa senior Minua Richard Ekaye no issue we nyina settings me hu ne say settings so obo minister Abasu ne nyina ye settings because say ye pe obi a ye be man query power man mu ha no mo a minister of health area kwamana mikta akando ka wono ankasa kra ne sebe drama ken na ye frɛ no kra ne iswa va me ye nso so ekwaya ye faso denigrate ye mpenimfo but out of frustration nipa na ko demonstration akopo ne anger na se comment bi aba Ghana fo nyina susu se ekwaya ofa aso no ko ofa ne different way a kebeboa I think say you should have ended there any kwa say yes stretch asem no ko enim to the extent say yebe man just say me dream who am ase who why no omo person omo please why is it the minister or the government enu nti no nipa na waye adwuma for 10 months out of frustration wakwa ka sembi e wo ne ya omu ne frustration a okomu no waka sembi no say ye tuya na ye ntuya ne ka 10 months na sinchai and I deal with her, say wakoka assembly at the ATM minister. Now you can't somewhere you did yamping for Cromwa, Kayura Kwamraminta can do Kobekum. Kwamraminta can do general parliament, every a whole government to say, Omo ye thieves. Abra COVID-19 by COVID funds, minister by parliament, or by our day expenditure big now. Or we are press conference say a whole government, a thief, one dealing with. Minister of Health, Yewura Ajimamenu, and I say finance minister. Or can government in India bomu, and from Musumu ye thieves. Sata Munina Sobe na no. And so Yan and ye DSC to Yanika, Seniana, ye DSC to Yanes for Neka. Yewura Sami Jemfi. Of a whole certain vice president say, where ye liar, and the so need to see a friend about liar. I'm a Kromuha, Obia, NDC Nibia Kasa, of vice president and our former vice president say were a liar abra we ye want me am for evidence bi aba na asem obeka wo UTV an say yewura bawomia hotel ne dia meanwhile mo ba abam no ababa abeda di say asem na wo ka say hotel ne dia ne say ne dia enu na wugina so de frɛ Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia former vice president say were a liar e de so nidi so say bawo liar enne yenya ehun se obi aka asem bi a ensem fata e de atia minister nti asese ye twena so hey like seriously and your mamu ha de na nado danko akufo ado ene ni ministers omo wo good heart papa because ensem a NDC for e ka fa na nado danko akufo ado ne ni ministers ho no na nya asem keto wo kromu a na yeso obi ye drama king nti no Ghana Ghana nyina de oba no besi akonwa so na yetwitwa no na ye nhwe ne situation na wo komu no abra wo say the national service why national service for 1 year ye ntua neka ono nko ahwe ni circumstances when the frustrations no baby efire ama wasaba ba ye adwuma 10 months ni ye ntua neka can't we feel her pains yet me feeling the pains na to the extent say just drama king and no ye feel the ama minister no say minister no nurse after the drama king enti ya forget it e ka ye de no omo ayentu omo ka no ene ne nye topic of day but minister na ya bo ni din say we drama king no eno ne ye kan ho asem ofa send Richard Kyle I think say mediocrity no eya ye too much esese ye hwe so ne ye adwuma na ye jai sa na be say ye settings oh minister no munkonko ye bibi later na meba me de be che girl no na chere say ama minister ne yaka say oh minister ne say na Richard a obo na basu say wa ya de we ye ni papa baby o de asebra koto no eye settings this government just TikTok government and settings government content creation government yes eno anu omo de ye koso e wo mamu ha enti ofa in as much as a beginning asem ne ba ya ye nyina ye betena ha say at least lady no and as a nurse no o kan no kwan fufuro bi so a keye I think say we are overstretching it too much esen again na ye bone kesie bi a eboro so to the extent say we are compelling one a colleague and come a omudi obia ne situation a wom obia ne fia ofrim and obia ne frustrations are all come ni nyina ntime nya peda nti ye besre we minister no onye hwe se ye bebo na ba so say o se ye nya again no na kadai omu ntime nya hwe because a whole president kra no sebe Ghana for the number 1 gentleman of the land omu di natem em omu fo omu hudi a mere minister just minister a wono kra no wakeka nsam wakese a wantimi unsubstantiate okromu a wafa no hadi aya anye ne hwe nene de obi se ne bire bi kra ne so we dining hall prefect e bai wo call vetting committee koka say we dining hall prefect a ye so no mu gidigidi na drama kende so far we dey nsha danya yibia nti ya besere ye nhwe kwaya ye befa so a ye betua lady no anase ye bem nurse for na edi wo mu kan mekai 2022 abra nurses for ya eye demonstration say omo allowance ye ntua anka kwamna minta kando na we minister o say MP honorable obeka kire ye nyina Ghana for say Nanado has no excuse Nanado ni excuse bia say ekwa bi obefa so bi obekwa akopesika akwakotua nursing training allowance no onfa so no onkonkotua and if the nurse are also saying say why employer tua ye car omo crime no ne de yin say why employ omo for 10 months na tua omo ka na tua omo ka enti ofa yesre say ye nhwe kwaya ye befa so a ye betua nurses for ne ka enye ka na ye de omo aka demonstration we e maso why kasa kra o ka ba ku bi wa ha se ye ko demonstration kumuna na do maye radio kumuna na do maye o say o man no o say o man ni aka say nyame kum a whole president e maye ankosi aga enti ye besre ye nhwe the very important issue no say ye hwe ne address no and the nurses na omo aye adwuma for 10 good months ye ntu omo ka yesre ye wura John Dramani Mahama say ene I think say news na me read it and say no credit say cabinet as approve say 6,500 nurses I am fanka 7,000 na yesi ye tuya no say ye ntu omo ka no say I think say no credit and no and say ye hwe ho asem ka the abo president na ba so say at least 6,500 people through demonstration no omo call ye no I hear the results ama me no ka say 6,500 no ya ma prove aye ba betu omo
it is anka man ko demonstration ke ntu omo ka
and also your problem
omo ntu omo ka
ofa ko omo ofa ka ya omo anso omo a ka ya ntu omo ka
yes sure
ofa na
ti atua 7,000 ne ka na 6,500 na kan ke ntu omo ka so man
good months ofa
and at 7,000 who knew how many months and ntu omo
yes so must it get to that time and sana am for ba
me move from
they might pay but to take a longer time
the point is 7,000 no it is certain months and ntu omo ka na
of even if it is coincidence say omo koye demonstration ni wiye and yet 6,500 people no ye tu omo kakra me ameti ha meka say omo ankoye demonstration na ka sa time ni nyina no ka 6,500 no ka yente say approval bi aba ye ba betu omo ka it one can say through demonstration
the minister na ka address omo no tie
of no ba bepim information
the minister and your kind no tie
yes also omo buy 7,000 omo akle na omo process
omo ka no so omo tu ho anam na ontimi mfa time to so nanso no okwa koshia ne fellow minister no finance minister no na ahwentin ke bimpo sha say that's a lie any bika dodo ka say munyedin at least minister dem indication say
yes
omo gusu omo betu omo ka
I agree with you
suggest to say but for the demonstration ke entu omo ka
I agree with you are we saying say yenya hint bia about demonstration na ebe koso na it is some information we na minister no wo no abra omo nya hint omo be ye press conference say omo ama minister ni aban with this period says a minister aban na ama omo area omo be ye demonstration no some information we na wo ho nti abra omo nya hint say omo person omo ko demonstration no adan no before then minister ama address public no enka say yesramo and now one share leaders no omo anka say yesramo process are ongoing say ye pesi etu ya ne ye ba ye fra no
understanding ne say first time they have an indication say betu omo ka no anytime omo minister ni share no
I'm not saying that me say omo
question bi is it your understanding say first time omo nya indication say betu omo ka no eno no ni minister no eno omo ka say na
yes because omo
did you say yes there's been instances omo sure omo say musika de beba na emum to tie wura no a nipa bititi ministry ho eno omo ntene wo omo ho nya omo adwuma ene ye okobra so inefficiencies bi ewo baabi
na offer whom should we blame
inefficiencies omo nya Ghana for
na who na see blame
so tell Ghanaians including even the nurse
no who
nyabotre onya chance no nzo koya adwuma hospital ho a ontene no ho nya adwuma ma oman ni ye obi ti ministry ho obi ti controller ontene no ho nya adwuma ye o create situation na enkrofo sika kam na kamu a ni asa kotua bribe amano na waboa mo uti asa oji obi bribe eboa ma ne pay ba nyansa be the way
yes offer the bar stop with the president
the bar stop with me and you
no offer offer in as much as I be no correct
kasachire kana for na work controller ho no omo ye nipa bone sam say ye ji obi sika ansa na ma ne pay aba
no offer asem we ya kan eye fat say na ye process omo ko demonstration si ye betu omo ka apart omo ko ye demonstration ni wie ye no
omo ye verification and no na ache omo processes omo ye eche dodo and the address Ghana for na ye adwuma certain offices are omo anka se twa ye nuanom Ghana for ewe se wan fa sika ma me nye say ma
ofa eno no de ye nyina ye nim da bia ye kan
ye nim na de ye kan fa
da bia ofa kan ye be kan fa ho ye ntime nya hwe da bia ye betena hanom a asem a ye kan da bia da bia ye bo waba so se da bia wo kan sansem na ye nso ye de ya no tumu bi ba ne ye kan eno no ye different from
the one afa no ho adi no onim say ye be blame minister binti ye be blame chief director binti otewa no ye ordinary clerk kwa ne bi o so ye adwuma kakra bi ofa paper bi kura de ko ma panyin bi onfa nko ne afa bi bi asie na nkrofo trupu even posting kura ne beba yes ai we discuss e kwa be post to say we discuss e kwa no mo jeje nkrofo ska ansa ne post o mo munya Ghana for
ofa ye nyina ye Ghana for
ba ye wo
ya interest ye Ghana for no ye di omo asi wo no say omo nhwe ye so ye nyina ne ye be ya ne so
be Ghana kwala kura be kwa esu ye de akwala kwati skill bi hiani wa aba na ne maame so ade esi na pampam na auto air freshener na ye change ni school amana na ya gene 1,500 how
of 1,500 no credit so this
because na me can say
that 25,000
ni nyanya Ghana for na yesa ade
Ghana for an ye but
yeah can team ni ma me so air freshener ni ye gisa ma me no so air freshener wande ye gi 1,500 and sane ye de ne back to school mu apede otu awie ya akola no be school me me da 18th ma me na enya scan to my no so papafo no irresponsible papafo na yeso ye tete wo no a ye mwa ye single mother ada na mama single mother for bre Ghana sa attitude tan ya tete offices and when you and the problem ni nyina bo what one akọ adwuma na adwuma so ye onyere ne ho nye
over we there as emotional emotions
am make ka be kira wo
yes but who say
single mother for bre Ghana dodo
what charge but ni nyina mu no send your Ghana Ghana your attitude
anya
ekoso ye
bureaucracy no does it too
but that ye ni msi be kwa blame obi edwuma say wahye akola ketua bi na adwuma ne say ibi kura obesese papers bi akomo obi am na ye na adwuma on se papers ne mfa nko of our politicians na yama we num nyina agina ketua ne dada of our politicians na yama we num nyina ekoso sansem yi a wo kan nyina politicians ni nyina enim omunim ni nyina o but instead say ye be address asem no dia to ba bi esese ye de to no ne ye de aye politics de bia hwe public account committee nsem aye koso wo say eho kolebu ono utimi yi sika enye wono ne de anya ne personal money etimi use 200,000 e de ye ne wono ne pe how abra wono nim kwaya sese Ghana mra fa so se wo pese wo sika yes enso ni ejale sa ba wo de ma politician bi embe edi meda so keke se wono na aye sa de we ni ye de afra politicians nyina se politicians yakorofo eti ye besre mania afomra mu ye besre se ye nhwe ekwaya ye befa so a ye nuanom no ye nationalistic ni eni no kura ma ye ho na ye tiri mo odene dodo tiri mo odene dodo obi kura ye obone kura na wo de report akura na obi to one man what that position of responsibility no wa kire no kwan ya won fa so a obetimi abiti ama wasam na say
ye sabotage ye won bia sabotage nko deliberate sabotage
na mo man ne nkoso no
avo
yeah wo fa meda wasepa na mechia wo na mechia Niti FM etiefu nyina ne omo share so Facebook no online na me bra madam so mechia no me share na che ofa say asemi say na me ne movement for change for be ya adwene na me no wa ya adwene so pa on the last part education how the ma me bra asema beda o se yeka no the year insult or the year politics na or fair say SSA girl no and as I say if they are indisciplined among our teaming youth me bright way he's encouraging say akwala or why I saw year penny and I'm surprised but I will not dwell much on his discussion and in a submission no? Because that is not what Ghanaians are waiting for and as I they want to listen we are because he can say he refer omu he your my NDC in penny for Jerry John Ron is your current president His Excellency John Dramani Mahama okay I don't want to dwell on that. I just want to focus on the topic or the mind because they are working in our say SSM nkwala eyem penifo ana is it part of our culture eyadea yen kwala yaba yen penifo kasa yakeka bia keke you might be right in what maybe the elderly has done to you but is it right our culture yes sorry yeko kwetire ye Muslim ye Christian for ye kwa sorry and na ye so for and say ye catch say we insult elderly people over maybe kind those days I'm a co school grano. Me tibas ma na say e first ye tibas na say we so penny aba na ya sorry man. And that me no ka say akwalati wona penny gina ho. No respect for elderly person. Oh, ye for buo ma ye penny for and sa arrogance na ba yen youth mu no. I believe say it is time for us to stop. We have to give respect where respect is due. What for so be kai girl no nurse no. O kai say o kasa o ye nyina no. O kasa time na o national service no. O ye adwuma 1 year Ye Janica, so okay. Under which government?
Okay, government to Krobo be doing.
But what I say? But today you are sitting here, and the person me offer. Only say, next for Mukoye, they were not paid just 8 months. Oh, they will not been paid for 13 to 14 good months. And the NDC and I bar how many months na NDC? Oh, and the Mesrao, assemble to one a car. And never be a year na Ghana for 1 penny or 2 tiano. Ye Magana for who say you know your home. Ye new leaf beer. Ye portray some new leaf beer. But Magana for who you bobo. No one say and confoy. I must show one ye woman or Massa. But so did the same poster. Ye and just say body ye yet in penny for. That's your desire. I'm telling you, Ghanaians will never allow this. You say you should come back and govern them. And to for Mr. Media, send a walk on. Ye buy, what me say? Ye can say we'll be having audit in most of the sectors because, for example, a nurses from Kwana, health sector, Kwana, Usha road sector, now share other sectors. I say we'll do financial audit. A bit now, the last time we came here to discuss road here, Sika bima ye chatu wa. A baby a chatu wa. Sa road require and there they have to. It has to take another drivers, another truck driver, any taxi drivers to have a sit down demonstration. Say they will not offer ya any kai. It has to take the president to tell the minister of roads for the finance minister to release money for the Amasaman road, and them no can say crying amount for corruption. Sikaputo Medi in the name of we are constructing roads, we are constructing hospitals. No mama say kamu agenda 111 over agenda 111. The year will come. Sikaputo amount for the Yadama party apparatchis or match for moi. Which of the agenda 111 are ya complete ya under their term. It's for me there mention so I don't want to go to that tangent say me say take for tack. Say minister say or no your dining hall prophet. I'm not surprised. A minister who said I am not in a good mind, a good state of mind. Okaka say COVID-19 agreement with the is it Saudi Arabian king? Wafa, Sport TV, and if you can remind me. Parliamentary committee. Investigations. Or say he wasn't a state of mind when he was signed that contract. Menu can say South need to be by. It is a who can say be a drama key or be a dining hall prophet. And that menu can say. Under honorable Akando. When we say a scholarship ama nurses.
A party people want to associate themselves with because you represented the true aspirations
over 13 months unpaid, you know. 7,000 out of 13,000.
Ghana Nibia a new political party or a formidable political party.
Agreement only midwife and nurses focus on
now
I will do what in the demonstration. You buy it.
Party.
This is what Ghanaians are looking for. Ghanaians want NDC.
This issue of nurse we are trying to make a storm out of a teacup with this issue. This is a very irrelevant subject matter.
To tell Ghanaians.
Because this country, we have plethora of issues that are confronting us every day. Yeah, we have really hardcore issues about bread and butter. And if people go for demonstration and they even call the minister a grammar king or whatever should ascribe to the minister, no.
What is
it is no news because certainly there were a lot of ministers who past and president they are drama kings. drama kwa na omu ye. They lost focus of their core mandate and they are doing unnecessary things. And the core mandate given to them is to make sure that we address hardcore difficult issues. And now yet and you see ministers doing unnecessary things over who should be paid less, who should be paid more, over data, over this, over that. These are all trivial. Because a lot of communities were Ghana, they don't have internet connectivity. A lot of communities they don't have telecom communication opportunity. Every day we are fighting over DSTV, we are fighting over MTN data adjustment. So a lot of drama kings are in the system. But as far as I am concerned,
your forest.
When people get to a stage, they see only what we call elastic limit. Elastic limit. When you have that employment,
are we different from the MPP? Until we are focused and we are determined to ensure say we will deliver our promises that we will say to Ghanaians, say where we come we will fulfill. And that is what we are on course fulfilling.
The time when you be access woman
MDC for no. Well, you see, ideally, there from the very day they take office, that's the day we will start assessing them. And now so far, so no, and you credit we my yen kanu kakra. Say abambia obebabiano or the nishishe any ediba. So sometimes some nishishe they take emre kakra. Some of them say I am materialized.
MPP lie to opposition and still in lies. Where at all do they want to go again? How will it kaswa and the day we say 050
and
600.
Yeah, so ideally you are starting F but to me I still believe that omu edi nyama bebre ahihye omu ano and asa now no ye hu nyama no bi ye papa. But the president as John Dramani Mahama dia, I will always say it anywhere I go, say per the kind of leadership ye with Nana Akufo-Addo, let us be very factual. Said Nana Akufo-Addo's kind of leadership was more autocratic and more like a dictatorship. And Mahama now Oba is more like a laissez-faire leader. A leader who is more democratic. A leader who has brought some aura and brought some, at least some discipline and some dignity and something to the Jubilee House. That one I must admit it. So at least at the end of the day, we have gotten a president who is very accommodating, who at the end of the day, is accessible to at least everybody. And ordinano eshe asembia ekosu o my we mu antimeka say John Mahama as a person there at least waya there and our ya there because what we went through under Nana Akufo-Addo and that's any white handkerchief na ya the born in sahu the son no now some demigod be o my we mu there ye twemu. And we are not expected to have any kind of leader again like Nana Akufo-Addo in terms of the body language and in terms of how he managed to make sure say he put fear into people and people became so afraid of him that Sembi Obekabiano, you are afraid of the repercussions that will come from Nana Akufo-Addo. And what we are witnessing with John Dramani Mahama there, that is the kind of leader we need as a developing country. But we are holding their feet to the fire of accountability. Yeah. And as at now, we are more briefing space kakra. So by the time we end this year and we start 2026 there, NDC should know that there are 24-hour economy, we are coming after it. Ejuma Power, we are coming after it. The Women World Bank, the Women Bank, we are coming after it. Akukon Kitty project, we are coming after it. The Big Push agenda, we are coming after it. Everything that they promised us from 2026 January, we are coming after it full force. But for now, there, let's still give them the opportunity to do what pleases them.
Assessment of a kind of a Oman Casa set timeline ɛsɛ sɛ yɛde assess wɔn because ɔmo ba no ɔmo ankasa ka sɛ within 120 days nneɛma bi wɔ hɔ nom a ɔmo ne yɛ kɔɔyɛ a social contract sɛ ɔmo bɛyɛ ama yɛ ɔfa me ne ɔka sɛ ɔmo afeli wɔ hɔ pɔtɔ me nua yi te ha kasa enye n'aniwu sɛ ɔkasa a ɔsɛ MPP aban nkrɔfo awie sika 9 months woda so kasa asɛm wei abra mo wo tumi ni nyina ekura mo sɛ obi a wadi sika previous government obi a ɔde ne nsa ɛbɔ Ghana sika mu bi a wanfa kwan papa so amfa sika no ɛsɛ mra ne nidi mo ani ngu 9 months 10 months ni mo ntimi mfa nipa ba akokra court attorney general also oba operation recover some 60%, 40% out. What the heck? Most operation recover all loot. And then the mobile bemo and more than them. They say the operation recover some and leave some. Who this Ghana? Say who the 100,000? Now what the 60,000? About no one for 40,000. This is kind of government. NDC for the ababa 2 years to say abra corruption kura no ya ye no say ya no betra ase ne aka ho asem abra yenim so wadi wo man ni sika ye se fa bibra because now so fa bi enso nya sa no omo promise ye omo so operation recover all loot and then all loot na kwa ko si say minu enti ha 24 to 120 days mo se mo ba covid levy eyade a mo be yi afiri ho of am no ka say covid levy ye gusu utua enso ka say within 120 days 120 days eyade a covid levy ube ye free ho eno no president John Dramani Mahama we deceive Ghana for sebi o woni ye ani no kwale abra covid-19 no ka so obeyi no oguso oje ofame no ka say LI 2462 o ka kire ye say within 120 days eyade a LI 2462 ube ye free ho complete and na me no ka say President John Dramani Mahama ada Ghana for a wode mra na ko parliament say omo amende and na Ghana for born to dwa no or say by end of this year ye be ye free ho one country ye say oba amende sa clause no so oba ube ye free ho 120 days and I promise Ghana for of me no ka say 24-hour economy wo say moba 3 shifts 3 people with one job nipa miensa and e be yes adwuma no na sha se e
company passport office omo ye offer this offer jano well even though krano even though guzitano e be catch there yes please we have lunches. It's okay. And some Ghana agencies, no, we are 24 hours is working.
Oh, erade.
Just a tinti. Oh, I didn't know why you now. More born now, money no. You catch them on so. To boss in the Ankasa. You say me no one Brazil. Many are my time. Also the chile to Boba Park and so. Time na odia.
You know what baby ye
I watch no family no say. Indefatigable ADAKABRI FRIMPONG MANSO. Ozioma. Na yete ha unim say 24-hour economy shift. Ya started that ubusa my way out ya no say. E am pass ya
Mr. Baby. Janafo na time na mo announce so much as.
I'm surprised. What I say. So if you refuse to listen.
Announcement in the ante.
Mercy.
Yeah, announcement.
No, what is a passport office when the Honorable Minister for Foreign Affairs, because say we are starting the 24-hour economy at the passport of a year.
So people will receive their passports in 24 hours.
No? People, the printing of the doc way no will go faster, and then by way we will distribute them.
And it 24-hour economy, Nasi.
Yes, and when you go to Harbour,
hey, that you need to pass in a year, you want to see any pass in a year.
That's all. Yeah, until there be once more. Okay. No, you have been of our time now.
Information.
NDC. Ghana for Mutio, MPP NDC. Asema no.
Ayi, mamen kasa kakra. Unim say me bra movement for change kasa. Okase Neku for the autocratic. na Ghana for
economy and also would eat him. Yati me time on now say tremu a what you go autocratic. What's the 24-hour economy? Ayade me
Ghana for me tie. Mama man kasa kwa Ghana for nim say NDC and MPP.
No 24-hour economy won kan wansem.
Baby,
I don't know so what
say tremu no ana omo time. We are journalists na so kasa na chew. Na bago na de wa she car boot. Na de wokọ yan kra wa kra face a wokọ adwuma na achew adwumam. Ommanyi pan kasa. And then you have freedom of expression. I will express it under your government. Your body uba stations no kasa na police direction national security we treat. Wow. But men call the Ghana for person mutie. Whatever. Would the minister would the unim. 24-hour economy call DV our the DVLA boss announced that 24-hour we know coso. And my plates na there by DVLA plate here you printing more. Who call a passport officer, the minister, sector minister, Honorable Kujota Abrakwa, and so on. Who call Ghana Publishing Company cra GPC. Amuso must starting when you crowd 24-hour economy.
Now when you money be
me. Oh, I am Yadum, say media. Adjuma de me.
When you are here.
Oh, me the communication director for responsible cooperative mining. How cost it? But before
Obuasi dey na ye koye no.
Ye koye na ye we no.
Yeah. Say the scaba.
Oh, that be wo fa nya say sika ba mo. Yan kase ye ba ba nu Ghana sika o.
Kase esi enya ni patre mo ye na.
Wo fa.
Ane so mo ye.
Wo fa. Wo fa yan ba say bia ye ba ba nu Ghana sika o. Ye ba se ye ba ba sum Ghana o man no. And we have a cause to tell Ghanaians because wo fa na wo kan yo. And ko for sure mo kwa. On the 6th of August. Because of their wound to me, and not buying Charles Bishop. So be kaya Charles Bishop Western Regional Secretary. And now Samuel announce program of now all Jessica.
You me time.
I'm project Galamsey. No ko so the niti beto ho, the president beto ho. Galamsey go for Jessica di here. Almost say yensuo, and that is what Honorable Amakofi Bua, the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, they see all our water bodies. The national security, declare the national security.
Almost can be.
Oh, that be okay. Yeah, promises that we made under 120 days. COVID-19, you have officer Obeka Ibetu. You know Obeka you left you. You have officer Obeka o.
And sports bet.
You have free crap Obeka. The reduction of the taxes are for back. Those days, also cracker. What for tax of it, as in 3 stories. And then NDC buy all the promises that John Mahama Ghana for year why fulfill all those promises. Apart from the COVID-19 on one with the this agency IMF. Which of the taxes are you promising Ghana for say buy? You may for if you I want you to tell Ghanaians say which of the taxes are NDC you can't say buy for you apart from COVID-19 among so many IMF agreement. The next budget I prepare. The finance minister is going to announce. Sir, LI 2426 in Sudan year cano. And then we know say Parliament ever 21st of just Tuesday. They are prepared document they go to our Parliament within 21 days. You better pass it. We are not amending. We are repealing that law totally from our books.
Okay.
Oh, and you come to me guys say the 10 months. I will compare 8 good years.
Final comment.
Workers Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Asami Bujinapo. Eka say who to me does not have the documentary exist.
Final comment.
To even go to the forest. Okay. And then Numi Forest, Cape 3.
Right. Until final comment me until
Minuano, Ninsem no can be on ma. Yana asem but obende. Oh Kangalem say asem. Ka ye kasa CCA. Ka ne papa mu a change of government aba. Ti ni kwa se Ghana ha kra ki hu se galam
With the 8 years, I say on my over 1,000 excavators. We can see that it is there. Pumping machine and your G every Galamsey for you do some time of farmers. When it comes to Galamsey, you don't have the when you may hear
so tie me nua pani asem ya wo kan dia na kire se ka wo hwe nhyehyeye a omo aye ene omo attribute Galamsey a ekoso nyina atu na na do dankwa akufu ado ene naban ka change of government abai Kenikwa say you who say your water bodies no still like say Enikwa say oh Charlie they say the oh ya any too much Mr. Wa onso utiri ho afudwune nti ese wo hwe utiri ho na o dey respect mama kakra mpache
bienti
over yanku anim Richard Twaso
oh asem we there dey bia ye ka say when you are between the two elephants the devil and the deep blue sea the umbrella and the elephant. Now I don't know which is which. Me de mayira and I make asai. And ti de abeka say ajubro. Ghana de ye penny ye or money ye penny ye. But sometimes let us speak truth and let us make sure we are guided by the fact that the abeka and nebiano dachi no ye bebu hu akonta. And ti the way NDC for ye bomu abasu de said ye amubetimi ye na mo ye. But ye still your best stress say expectation is high, so we are expecting a lot more from you, especially with Aura of ADAKABRI. Aura was their major flagship campaign promise. Amudi Maye, so Muba, we are going to get our monies recovered. But as of now, Mini Ukasa, even Domelevo, who was part of the Aura committee, he himself is disappointed. And then Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa, who was at the forefront of making all the noise. And then, Sisiano Wanya, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dintino, Yentini Huasembia Bio. Yo. So if at the end of the day, 2,114 something cases were identified and submitted to oral committee, and as at now, we are only talking about 2 or 3 in the court of law. Yeah, in the expect, even if it is 20 out of the 2,000 and something, we are still expecting more from you.
So you can't do control yourself.
He said, "I catch a Ghana for no. Say party papa na ba, party papa no aba." And he said, "I see Obi Obe replacing John Dramani Mahama in 2028. There, on one Honorable Alan Kojo Chemate is a fine material." A perfect material, a man opportunity. Say, on my way, Ghana there'll be surplus of jobs, there'll be surplus of opportunities. But and this is what about to say. The Amuyanu, Yadamasi, but we expect more. Midamasi.
Member Honorable Amako Kubua. Yeah. Ofa, if you mark Honorable Airborne Minister Airborne.
Ewa kwa embesu.
The man bear a 1 year count.
Nso no e poto.
Na be dane white. Okay. The forest are saying that no be dane green.
Right. Yampasida Efama Jonafo of the National Democratic Congress. Yampasida Ma Richie Suma of the Movement for Change. And Yampasida Efama Benjamin Isare of the New Patriotic Party. Yafami ADAKABRI Mahmoud. I still have an interview in the closet. It will come out.
Jimmy, so I didn't go.